Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. I see that more people are still entering the webinar, so we're going to wait another minute or two. Okay, so thank you everyone so much for joining today. So a bit of housekeeping. This webinar is being recorded. If you want to share this with a colleague, we'll go ahead and send an email with the recording after today's session. And of course, if you have any questions, please send them through the question box within GoToWebinar panel. We'll leave some time towards the end for Q&A. You can also connect us on Twitter with the Twitter handle @CardioLog. So the agenda for today, first we are going to have a short introduction, who we are and what we specialize in. After that, we're going to jump right into today's subject, how to boost adoption in Office 365 with actionable data. After the demonstration, we will have some time for Q&A. So about CardioLog, we have been around for about 14 years now, and we are based outside of Boston. Over the past 14 years, we've been focused on web analytics designed for SharePoint and Office 365. Our flagship solution is CardioLog Analytics, and it is built specifically for internal platforms, including all versions of SharePoint from 07 to 2019, as well as SharePoint Online and Office 365. So many of the companies that approach us are doing so because they're putting all their time and budget and effort into their different Office 365, um, setting themselves with wonderful goals such as enhancing collaboration, increasing productivity, and so on. But they don't know if these goals are being achieved. We try to shed some light on these questions. What are people doing on the platform, and how can we improve the overall experience? So we operate in three main pillars. The first one is to monitor. We monitor your environment and provide you with in-depth metrics. So not just the basic numbers, but metrics and statistics that will help you to utilize your platform and understand um, what is happening on the platform and to answer questions you didn't even think you have. After the numbers, we want to engage. This part is where the analytics gets actionable. We don't want just the metrics. I want to show you how to take action with in-depth analytics and improve your platform. We want to help you to take action and get your end users experience to better understand how to improve. And those two pillars will lead you to enhancement and increase the productivity of your platform. So after holding the data and taking action, you'll probably need some help to take your platform to the next level. You need some real experts, system integrators, and consultants. And for that, I want to introduce Pleo Data. So after all the insights you'll get from CardioLog Analytics and the deep understanding of what is happening on the portal, the services Pleo Data provides will make sure that you get your platform to the next level. They will provide you with different services from consulting to application development and many more. They will help you make sure your platforms are completed and utilized. They are our representatives in Singapore, and as you can see on my screen now, they have a lot of experience with SharePoint, Office 365, and much more. They worked with companies big and small and provide services with ease. Data will take you all the way and allow you to reach the full potential of your platforms with their services and apps, whether it's operating your Office 365 um, platforms from internet apps to IT help desk app. We've worked with Data on many projects and have seen only success and satisfaction from our customers. And it doesn't matter what your platform needs, Data will provide it. So before we'll jump into the demonstration, I want to give a short explanation on how CardioLog Analytics works and how it pulls and presents the data. In this diagram, you can see that first we monitor the data source or multiple data sources at the same time with our JavaScript tracking mechanism. After the data is being pulled, it is being stored in Microsoft Azure database and later on presented with Power BI, as we'll see today. So now, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump right into the demonstration. So now we are looking at the first dashboard of CardioLog Analytics, which is the usage overview, as you can see on my screen right now. The data is being presented with Power BI. On the bottom of my page, you can see many tabs. So each tab is a pre-built dashboard, and all of the dashboards our customers gets from day one. So you don't need to um, really to play with the metrics or anything. You'll have everything very easily from day one presented directly to you. On the left side of my page, you can see the portal tree filter or SharePoint's hierarchy. You can see here that we're monitoring SharePoint 2013 and SharePoint Online at the same time. And I can drill down all the way from the site collection to the smallest lists. And I can click on any of these items and you can see how the entire dashboard will change to show me the metrics for the specific site or list I just requested. This is really the first way that we want to filter the data. If we want to filter the data not through the site collections, but through specific content, or maybe both, I can use the upper tabs. As you can see, each tab presents different type of content, whether it's blogs, community sites, a specific document, or anything else. And again, I can click on any of these, and the entire dashboard will show me the data specifically for what I requested. Next, I'm going to take a look at some basic metrics. So I'm going to full screen this table. And as you can see right here, we get the basic metrics. Here we can see the page title, page view, last page view, average duration, and everything else we can see on my screen now. So by default, I'm showing the most viewed pages, but I can also go the other way around and show you the least viewed pages. Right here, we know which action we need to take. So now we know which pages are least viewed, or in this case, as we see here, not being viewed at all. And now you can take action, maybe archive all the irrelevant pages, or maybe we will detect that there's a very popular site that no one uses, a very important site or a new HR site that no one uses. But now that we know about it, we can take action to surface it. Next, we are going to look at the adoption column right on the right side of my page. So we can see here the list of employees. We can see how many people are using it. So now I drilled up and we are looking at the departments. So if you want to provide um, training, but you have low budget for it, now you know exactly which department needs it the most. And again, I can drill down to see the individual within each department, and I can take maybe individual action if someone is not using SharePoint, as we can see here. So now we're going to look at new visitors. So if we just saw different ways to filter the data, on the left side of my page, you can see another way, which is through geography, whether it's multiple offices around the world, in the same country, or even offices at the same city, we can maybe try to put a specific um, office through training, and after we see the success of it, we can get this training to everyone. Many of our customers, when you open the browser, it opens the homepage of SharePoint automatically. So seeing many one-page views is not that impressive. As we move forward with improving the platform, we want to see some in-depth metrics take a jump. Metrics such as the page depth, length of visit, or general time on site. Next, we are going to take a look at the visitor engagement, the common navigation. So how people move about the portal from page to page, from site to site. Right here, we can detect that there's a very popular site, but it takes 4 or 5 different steps to get to, which is a huge waste of time if we calculate all the end users that are doing it. But now that we know that it's a problem, we can take action and surface the most popular, most used sites. We can take a look at the external links. So many of our customers are subscribed for different resources that they think will benefit their end users, but they don't know how people use these external links. So right here, we can see on the bottom left side, we can see the top clicked external links, and we can see at the bottom um, links that are not being really accessed, well, almost at all. So right here again, we can take action. Maybe unsubscribe, save some budget on all these irrelevant links, or surface um, the really important ones or the popular ones. Maybe have on the homepage a top 10 useful links. So next is search. Search is usually a really big part of the platform, and it's the easiest way to find something you're looking for, but it also has its downsides, from taking a lot of time to see what is happening to get the results you wanted. So on the left side of my page, you can see the top search terms, and if I click on benefits in this term box, which is the most searched term, I can see on the left side of my page that benefits has been searched almost 1,300 times. So 1,300 times 60 seconds per search, that's a huge waste of time for our company. But now that we know it, we can take action, maybe have top 10 most searched terms. But the thing that actually worries me here is the metrics in the middle of my page right here that says that only about half of the people clicked on any of the results. This means that half of them had to go and waste even more time searching for the answer elsewhere. Next, we can take a look at portal responsiveness. The average page request time, you can see how the portal is performing by geography. And again, I can drill down to see not only the countries, but the offices within the country. And we can take a look at slow pages. How long does it take for a page to upload? Today, in 2019, almost 2020, no one wants to wait several seconds for a page to upload. So maybe you have this new site owner and he's very excited about his new role and he uploads all these very important videos and external links and resources, but now it takes 2 or even 3 seconds for the page to upload. And if it happens multiple times, this will decrease the adoption to your platform and people will generally will not want to use it. So next I'm going to jump into some Yammer and Teams analytics. So right here we can take a look at the usage of Teams through time and the diagram on the left. We can take a look at the bottom of my page, the active threads, responses per threads, and on the right side of my page, we can take a look per department. How are they using Yammer? At the top of my page, again, I have the Yammer groups that we can filter the dashboard if we'll click on any of them to view specific group and how it performs. Next, we're going to take a look at the influential users, which is one of the most important things when we're talking about Yammer. At the middle of my page, you can see the list of employees and how they use Yammer. We can see how many threads, replies, likes per message they are performing. And we can take a look at the bottom of the most influential users and see people that are not really using it. So here you can offer some personnel training. On the left side of my page, you can see many ways that you can filter the data, whether it's through department, office, job title, or country if you want to go big. Next, we can take a look not only at the individuals, but the threads that are most popular. We can see which threads are more popular and what are people doing with these threads. Are they replying or only liking? Here we can detect that maybe we have a really high like ratio, but no one is really replying, which is not utilizing Yammer the way it should be utilized. So now that we know it, we can take action. So after viewing some Yammer metrics, I really want to dive into Teams, which is a huge part of communication these days. So right here we are looking at the Teams overview. Again, on the left side, you can see we can filter it through offices, departments. We don't see it here, but we can still filter it through job title or country. We're gonna dive right into the Teams activity. On the bottom of my page, you can see each and every team. And what are people doing? Some basic metrics about this team. How many channels they have, how many messages, reply, mentions, and everything else you can see below. We can see how many channels per team we have. And a very important thing, at the top middle of my page, you can see the percentage of active members, which is only, right here we can see it's only 10%. So and next to it, we can see that the active teams rate is 72%. So only about 10% of people are activating about 70% of teams, which is not very good. We want to make sure that all of our employees are using Teams properly. We can take a deeper look into each team. So on the top side of my page, we can filter, choose a specific team. We can see the messages by channel. And at the bottom right side of my page, you can see the top threads within each team and top contributor within each team. But what's unique about CardioLog is not only can we show you the team, we can show you each and every channel within each team. So at the top left side of my page, not only can you see each and every team, you can filter through each channel. Again, we can see the top threads and top users within each channel. We can take a look at the general most influential users on Teams and how they are interacting with each other. So not only within the Teams, but also the chat. Not necessarily what they're chatting, but how often are they chatting. So obviously a big part of Teams is the chat, not only the Teams reactions. So right here, we can take a look. Maybe a lot of people are using the Teams, but when they want to communicate with each other, they're still using email or Hangouts or some other application that you have. So right here, we can detect maybe people are not really using the chat, and we need to really kick in the training. And for the last metric that I'm going to show you today, we can see the most influential content. Exactly what are people sharing and where are they sharing it? What apps are being used on Teams? And again, the top threads that are related to this shared files. So at the beginning, I told you about actionable data, not only the metrics and numbers. I want to show you how you can really take action right now and improve the portal. So for that, we have CardioLog Engage. This is a platform that allows you to really achieve your goals that we talked about in the beginning. You can do so by creating your own campaign to really achieve anything, whether it's to promote a page, notify about a change, or have a survey asking a specific question. But I'll show you how you can super easily can create your own campaign from scratch. So first we are going to choose the audience. Maybe it's everyone, telling them about the deployment of teams we scheduled for next week. Or if I want to drive adoption, maybe it's a specific group. If I have detected that um, the marketing department have a low usage rate, maybe I want to contact them. But maybe I don't want to contact everyone within a marketing department because we saw that 10% are using the platform. So I'll only contact the inactive users. So users who did not visit, for example, for more than 14 days. And again, you can determine who is inactive by your own terms. Maybe it's someone who did not download, search, visit mobile, and the amount of time or amount of actions that they didn't take. This allows you to really take action in the most specific way without really wasting time by gathering each and every email or each and every contact. After that, we're going to choose the channel that will connect them. Maybe it's an in-app message like a pop-up on their SharePoint screen or a notification on their Teams app telling them to check out this or that site. You can do it a full screen, a header, or a footer on their homepage, for example, a hotspot. But for our example, marketing department users who are not using SharePoint, they won't see these pop-ups because they don't ever enter SharePoint. So maybe they'll get a text message or an email telling them to check it out with the link. Next, we can text and design it in any way we'd like. We can ask any question or we declare any statement. We can have a subtitle. And we can ask for their reply, maybe to rate the new HR site, thumbs up and down, 3-button rating, or maybe have them answer a question with multiple choices or just open question. But the great thing about this app is not only will it allow you um, to to really boost the adoption specifically for SharePoint, it allows you to contact your end users with anything you want. So for example, many of our customers are using it to RSVP. So if you have a company event, we can go ahead and ask them to RSVP. So we can say you are invited with the info of the event. And the great thing about this is not only can you ask them to RSVP, every campaign can be a multi-layered campaign. So everyone who clicked maybe will get another message in 2 days telling them to say yes or no. But everyone who clicked yes will get a text message the evening before the event with the info and the reminder of it. Next, we are going to choose the trigger, which is usually very interesting. It can be scheduled. So as I said before, next Monday morning when we are deploying teams. Or maybe it's triggered by a certain action when they are scrolling down any page, viewing a page or a specific campaign. A user is about to leave any specific page, or when they are viewing a search result for more than 45 seconds. So if we talked earlier about the search success as being very low, now someone is searching for a specific term, and not only um, that they're failing to find an answer for 45 seconds, when they failed, a pop-up appears on their SharePoint screen telling them to check it out, to asking them, I'm sorry, to what went wrong with the search. And now you can have the full responses from them, and you can really take action to improve the entire platform. So after having both the metrics, the analytics, and after engaging your end users, you can really take your platform to the next level and boost the way people are using it, or to utilize all of the aspects of Office 365 that you have. And I am happy to conclude this webinar with any questions that you might have. So I see here that Tammy asked a question. She asked, where's the data being stored? Okay, so as I said in the beginning, all the data is being stored within Microsoft Azure, depends on where you are. But if you want to keep your data in-house, we also have an on-prem solution, which is the exact same thing as you just saw today, which allows you to keep all the data in your servers. Okay, so David asks if he can play with Power BI and create his own dashboards. So the answer is absolutely yes. You can play with any of the metrics. All of them are available at all time to create new dashboards very, very easily. And we also will help you with training around it, how to use it, and what metrics you have to create these dashboards. Yes. Okay, I see here that Bernard is asking, how long does it take to implement and what does it take? So since this is a SaaS solution, it's super easy to implement and only takes about, all you have to do is meet the system requirements, download the app from the App Store, and that's it. You are all set to go. Okay, so I see that we are all out of time for today. So thank you once again, everyone, for joining us. We're gonna, as I said in the beginning, email everyone the recording of this. And if you want to schedule a personal call to review any of your requirements and needs, we're happy to hop on a call at any time. So once again, thank you very much, everyone, and have a great evening.